Anyway, more important than that, we're gonna continue. So, oh right, I don't even have the guide open. I'm using a guide just to remind me of where all the bosses are and which ones count. Because I didn't know that the only Remind boss that counts is the last one. I still think that's a bit strange that they don't count the all the other ones, but I guess because you're fighting them again, it's like not necessary. Then again, yeah, for the fucking Keyblade Graveyard, the organization fights don't count, period. So what can you do? Okay, so we can go now. So I did actually, I've been playing the game for about an hour. I have not done any progress towards the trophy. All I did was revisit the old worlds because the guide mentioned something good. Is that getting the lucky emblems actually unlocks some pretty useful gear. So that's what I did. I went back and I got all the lucky emblems in Twilight Town, in Olympus, and I got all the ones that I could reach here for now. So there's still more that I want to get. But for now, I think we're good. So I will actually try to get the lucky emblems as I play because of the gear that they give you. It's actually really handy. I have some stuff on Sora, and I decided to give the stuff I didn't put on Sora to everybody else. And by that I mean Donald and Goofy. The Disney characters don't need anything. They're fine. So I don't remember what the story wants us to do now. There's a freaking, what's it called? A mouse icon, a lucky emblem in the vents. I'm just like, I don't know how to get back in there.
They have come for us. The mystic
Shut up. Also, I do have a pro code on, as you can see in the bottom. It's a little icon above the MP. That's the one for the abilities. Just so I can always remind myself not to equip any more than 30. I'm sure if you had it on, it would... I wonder, like, what happens if you have more than 30 on, then you turn the code off? Does it just unequip random ones, or just tell you, hey, you can't turn this code on? I guess I could always test it out myself, I just don't want it. Oh, what? Also, I have a high jump on. I was able to get enough AP to equip that. What the frickin'? There you are. Oh, come on. Nobody likes bosses that run away. I almost forgot that.
You think there's a way to hit
I was gonna do like, I was gonna play some like Dungeon Fighter before I started, but then like I remembered that I need to wash all my clothes, so I did that.
Almost there.
Bullshit. So I did that instead. It was nice. I have it all here now. It's all nice and warm and clean. Also, I have no idea if yesterday I was talking to the wrong side of the mic the whole time. I hope I wasn't. But this time I made sure I looked at the little image to tell me where which side of the mic you're talking to. So where is it? Did it just leave? Or is it like, oh, you gotta defeat all these enemies and then it'll come back and you can kill it? Oh no, there it is. and jump towards it. Sounds a lot better today? Good. Good, awesome. And I got thunder. Cool. I was wondering when I'd get thunder. Maybe I can take here off the shortcut menu because I'm not gonna need it. Alright, skipping. This is a dumb boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I see the stupid flan over there. Those things are not fun to deal with. It's like the Mushroom 13, but less fun. I actually enjoyed the Mushroom 13.
So do I. So do
So it's something that I actually didn't mention yesterday because it wasn't important. It's like, I feel like it's not that big of an impact of getting new, man, I don't know. It just like they added new Heartless to Kingdom Hearts 3, but you couldn't, like, I have no clue which ones they are, and like I don't really care, which is weird because I liked all the new Heartless added to Kingdom Hearts 2. Maybe it's just something as the series has gone along, it doesn't matter because you kill them all anyway, super quickly. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 1 was the only one that had some really annoying Heartless to fight. I want to say. I mean, Invisibles suck ass. I think Kingdom Hearts 2, because of the action commands, made some of the more annoying ones actually bearable. Because there were specific ways to counter them. So it's not that big of an issue over there. Like, how many Heartless do they add to Kingdom Hearts 3? I have no clue. These are new, right? These little toy soldier guys? But they added more of these guys, the little magic pouches that fly around. Just, I don't know what differentiates them from the other ones I've already fought till now. I think that one spews out fire magic. Shouldn't it just be the fire one? The whatever? Yeah, it's hard to tell. They have like nobodies in this game. I think it's a very limited amount of nobodies that you can fight. I think some of them are locked only to specific. The sorcerers you can only fight in the bonus encounters after you finish the game. They don't spawn anywhere else. Which I thought was weird. So where's the vents? Oh, they're there. And it's counted as a bit of grinding. Because while the levels won't really help that much with the boss fights, they'll help with the mobs. I'm not looking forward to this fight with the Lord of Toys. I see where it was. Did I miss it? Oh. Yeah, I did. I walked past it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those lucky emblems where it's like, hey, you land here, turn around. There it is, right behind you. I know I don't technically need it and I'm wasting time, but like, I mean, I'm already here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
Let's see.
Alright, that was easy. Okay, next one says on the 3rd floor of the toy box. I probably won't need that one right now. So I think the next, I was going to the babies section, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was already in toddlers because that's where I fought the boss, but like with all the toy blocks,
Yeah.
where I fought the UFO. That does not count as a boss. Which I'm glad it didn't, because chasing that thing around was annoying.
It's over. There.
Get the rocket!
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Yeah.
Much obliged.
There. It's over.
Ow, that hurt. See, I've been for DFO, because I am excited to go get my male mage finally done. Dude's been at level 100 for like forever. I've been working on my Godfather mainly, because I cleared the rest of Ghent, by which I mean I hit level 96 and I skipped everything. So I've just been running Ghent Palace to get his Empyrean stuff, but, you know, waiting for a superior day. So I can get everything high quality. He already has a few that I did from using the adventure tokens. Also, I keep forgetting to the Abyss Fragments too, to get the buff equipment stuff. I still have my notes, so I know who has how many, but it's very important. And then I haven't gone back to my dragon person yet. Do I really want to? What the hell?
Sarge, roll call.
Sir, yes, sir. Roll call.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to leave because we had everyone.
Pam said Rex
But
was
then
in
Rex
the video
decided to be an
game
asshole.
section.
Oh boy, let's go!
I totally forgot about this part. I thought I was supposed to go continue through the toy blocks to the next area, where you make the giant cactuar. I think there's a
Nice.
emblem up here. Alright, this stupid game I don't care about. I guess not.
Yeah.
Alright, if I remember correctly, I think I know where this emblem is.
Yeah, 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 huh, yeah,
Ah, shit. Giant man.
yeah. See ya.
You know, it reminds me, since since Ross is doing his Super Mario Maker reaction things, I've actually been watching Game Grumps for like the first time in a while, and like at work, I get reminded of something they do all the time. There's a song that plays at work. It's some who cares pop song, I don't know, but the lyrics are like something like "I feel so cool, cool, cool," something like that, and it just every time I hear that song, I laugh because I remember the Game Grumps singing their "I'm a Cool Guy" song, and how Danny's like, "Yeah, I sing this because like this is the kind of song that we sing to remind ourselves that we're not lame," or something like that. It's just so every time I hear that song at work, it just makes me think of the Game Grumps instead, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's actually amusing." I don't know if you remember the Cool Guy song of theirs, the forget when they sang it, but I think Aaron started singing it first. I don't know, but I just enjoyed it. So it's a stupid song. The most random things remind me of some stupid thing the Game Grumps have said, and it's great. Because then I'm just wandering around minding my own business, and I start laughing for a stupid reason. Gosh, that grab-on moment's amazing. I think I have the clip of it, and I just watch it like every 5 minutes. Not really, but like every time I'm like, I want something to laugh at, I just play the grab-on moment from Mario Maker. Alright, this was annoying. I had to do this a lot to get like the best rank in order to it was something, I forget. But you needed to get like a high score here to clear something in the journal or whatever, the gummy phone. And I was like, I don't want to. Oh yeah, the old 45s bit. That's a good bit. Aaron's going crazy because he can't remember the song, or he thinks he gets it right and then he doesn't. Yeah, got the combo.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Like the only time I'll be in this robot, and that's just because you have to for this part. That was Majora's Mask, right? Where they were trying to sing all 45s. Or where Aaron was trying to sing it. I think they were like in the Great Bay Temple. Okay, how do I turn this thing on? There we go. Oh, here comes the big gold one. Yay! I don't remember how long it took me to get the final point here, or whatever. Like, to get the high score that they wanted me to get. Yeah, I can't teleport. Hey, I got another that's good. More accessory slots is great. Pixel heart binder, right. Wreck-It Ralph. Like, the summons have, like, no point in this game, like, in terms of, like, context. It's just like, oh, you unlocked it. Like, I don't know. I guess it's similar to Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, Mushu joins you because, gosh, it's really weird that Mushu was summoned in the first game you didn't interact with. And then, like, in the second game, because you go to Mulan's world, he's like, oh, I remember you. I don't understand. Gosh, there's some moments in Kingdom Hearts that I don't understand why they do it the way they do it. Like, the prime example that always comes to mind being, what's the weirdest one?
Come on, fellas.
Fucking Atlantica. Like, the second time you go to Atlantica, it's like the characters kind of recognize the place, but also they act like they've never been there before. And, like, you redo the entire plot with Ursula, and no one's like, wait, we fell for this before. And I'm just very confused by that. It's, like, probably the weirdest version. I don't think that happens in any other, world, at least not as far as I can remember. I think everyone pretty much stays consistent that they remember what happened last time you were there. But, like, returning to Atlantica, they're like, what? Like, acting like it's a whole new thing. Even Tron, of all things, is like, oh, we've been here before. And there's, like, no familiar faces in Tron Evolution. Or Tron Legacy. I just thought the Atlantica thing was just funny. Because I'm like, how are you guys falling for this again? I think in KHIII Atlantica was like the musical one. And of course everybody knows that Tarzan got retconned out of existence, so it never happened. Oops. Was it canceled? Was Tarzan wrecked?
There's a lucky emblem here.
Oh. Oh, that's not how I do it. Was Tarzan retconned before or after the manga? I also don't remember. Because I know they didn't reference it in many places.
Sora, look! That must be the window Sarge mentioned.
Good times. I think at least for critical mode, I imagine I could just keep jumping from robot to robot, and I don't have to worry about dying all the time. But I think it's also possible that the second I get out of robot, something shoots me and kills me. And thankfully, there's no critical competitor trophy for Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'd never have to play critical mode. I'm totally fine with that.
Hope we find some ingredients around
Which is
here.
a funny thing to say, considering that I love Kingdom Hearts 2 critical. That's like the best way to play Kingdom Hearts 2. go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, we gotta do this now. Oh, there was another one. Another lucky emblem in the dolls section. I forgot about it. It's made of 3 balloons. You have to stand at a certain angle to see it. I'm like, oh, I remember that one. Honestly, being in this machine is like I'm playing Doom again. Huh. But you know, that's good. I like Doom. This part's annoying. I gotta find all the stupid rocks, blocks, I mean, whatever, to recreate the cactar nonsense. I'm like, Sora, you can literally dash through the air using the square command. Why can't you just do that and fly from here all the way to the open vent instead of needing this nonsense?
We'll need more than that. Hey, there's some over there.
Where? Goofy, shut up. You upset me immensely. Don't ask questions. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this sucks. I gotta revisit this entire area and kill everything in here in order to get the thing. In order to get these blocks out of here. Blow all these things up. What is that? Oh, there it is. Hey, where's the head? Anything else in here? I guess this was what red icons are for. I still think it's weird that you can't open like a bigger map. Am I missing something? Oh. There was a little thing right above me. That's funny. What world's next? Right, the Tangled world.
Getting closer.
Gonna use like fire or something, I don't know.
Try this. No. See ya. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sora, stop sliding away. Hard to open anything with crazy final form, Sora.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there should be like an area behind somewhere with more blocks, and I think that's the last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it caused that lag. That's how we do. There's blocks.
This town ain't big enough.
Oh, I keep forgetting the darn little laser thing sticking to the walls. Also, it's raining. Is it raining where everyone else is? It's raining over here. Yeah. I think it just, like, it didn't just start, but it's gotten more serious.
Hey, what's that?
A cactus?
There, is everyone happy? That's your only Final Fantasy reference in the entire game.
Yep, and it's our way up to the dark corridor.
Alright, so, yeah, and I guess that means time to fight the Lord of Toys. Fantastic. Alright, alright. Where's Donald? I don't need that. So that's a really good thing on Donald that Donald doesn't need. I do though. Okay. There we go, I have 30 abilities, can't equip any more. What are you doing, Sora? I forgot I can actually buy food, like finished meals. Raises whole team's HP MP. Yeah, I mean, it could be good, you know. I mean, it's not like the premium menu turns those off, does it?
Let's see.
Default status. I mean, I guess maybe that undoes it. 0 defense. Don't say anything about cooking. You know how many times I used the freaking meal option on my original playthrough? Like, twice. I always forget that it's there. I keep doing that. Alright, so we're gonna skip the scene where Woody tells young Xehanort that he's a little bitch, and we're gonna go fight the boss. So it should have 13 counters on the bottom for the thing, the pro code merit thing. Who called me? Spam risk. Alright, then I'll just ignore that. Alright, this is the boss, so you gotta like jump on top of it, right? That's not fun at all. Where is he? I like how they give you high jump right before this boss, but it doesn't allow you to jump high enough to get on top of him. So like, then what's the point? It reminds me of that Star Fox Assault boss. Did you fight on Titania? Titania? Yep, I should have seen that coming. The one that, like, you can get on top of it with the Landmaster and pretty much stay up there the entire fight, but it, like, does all sorts of things to try to get you off of it. That's what it reminds me of. So how do I jump up here? Oh, right.
Back off.
Power down. Star Fox Assault was good. Some people on the Discord I'm on were talking about it really briefly, and I was like, yeah, that was a good time. I think we talked about this yesterday already. I think. I remember someone saying it was pretty dark. Well, yeah, it is, but, you know, that's good. It's very dark, actually. Right, because of the Aperoid. Yeah, the boss was like, the Kingdom Hearts boss was like an Aperoid. Right. That's why we brought it up. I was like, why did we talk about it? There we go. Cool. Yeah, that boss, actually, I think it was probably one of the only times I ever gamed over playing this game the first time through. I just found it annoying. But yeah, that was easy. That was much easier. Do you think the soup helped? Like the food? Do you think that actually did something? Now, the guy didn't mention anything about cooking. But I'm gonna go into every single boss cooking. I guess I could look that up, I guess. Like, hey, does cooking help for the pro code thing?
So
Or does it get
Xehanort
disabled
bought a-
right away? Goofy, stop saying Xehanort. It's funny. So I think that's this world done. I got the challenge for it. Next up is Tangled. It has two bosses. It's got the carrier, the carriage, and then the what Mother Gothel turns into at the end. I didn't get all the lucky emblems in Toy Story World, but that's fine. I can always go back later. Gosh. You know, I bought a dog. I thought I could attach it to my gummy somewhere. Can I attach any more weapons to it, or is it... Oh, I can. How do I remove it? Sure. How do I select the gummy that I want to depart with? May not let me do that when I choose embark. Alright, let's yeah. Special weapon. And just make it slightly better so that we can take out the stupid flower guardian and just carry on.
C.
Where am I? There. Trying to figure out how to set a waypoint. Alright, let's fight this thing again. Seriously, whose idea was it to give this thing that much HP? Like, the first guy had like 2 bars. Wow. Forgot how to do like anything in terms of moving. Like I forgot how to dodge roll and all that stuff. I looked at the controls super briefly. I probably should have looked at them a little longer. There's like long portions of time where the HP is not even going down, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know how that didn't hit me, but I'll take it. Alright, we're done. Play again? No thank you. Wait, was that not required? I have no clue if that was required or not. Maybe it was. Whatever. Okay, we're here. What we gonna talk about? Like, what have I been up to? Trying to think. Work, a lot of work, so much work. I have today off, which is really nice. Yeah, I've been playing a ton of Doom and a ton of Persona dancing games. I finished all of them, and so I was like, what do I want to do now? And so I was like, oh, I guess I can do Kingdom Hearts again. Yeah, I did all the Doom DLC. I got all those trophies. I have every single trophy in Doom that's available, except for the multiplayer ones. You need multiplayer. You need a PlayStation Network account that I don't have. I mean, not PS Plus. Yeah, if I want to 100% the game, I need the online to play the multiplayer nonsense. It sucks. Persona, on the other hand, I got the Endless Night collection, which has Persona 3, 4, and 5 dancing, and I got platinums in all of them. So they're all done. Yeah, 4 was the only one that I guess technically is difficult. There's definitely more effort into 4, although it's not that much. 3 and 5 have the exact same trophies. Different names, different pictures, but all the trophies for 3 and 5 are exactly the same. So it's like, hey, what you did before, do it again. So it wasn't that bad. No, there's no local multiplayer, it's just online multiplayer. Yeah, it's called Battle Mode. Very creative. And basically you play as either the Doomslayer or a demon. And you try to kill the other person. The trophies are tied to doing a lot of damage. If you're the Doomslayer, it's like kill each of the demon types in a match, like in different matches, as long as you killed all of them at least once, controlled by different people. And I think the other way around is as a demon, as every single available demon, kill the Doomslayer. And stuff like that. I use the weapon types, I forget what it is. It's like some pretty simple, like they don't sound super difficult to get. I could be wrong though. I think the only reason that they're ultra rare is that they're online. So like you need a connection, not a lot of people have it. Alright, anyway, next world.
Yeah.
I could turn off the pro codes now. I have no idea what the freaking letters mean. Like, what is that, master? Is that God? It's just a bunch of random letters.
It's over. Nice.
Oh, I thought it'd be a map. I kind of need a map. I already have a map. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. So let's go. I think we have to go to the tower to meet Rapunzel Face. Or do we meet Flynn Face first? I think we did, and then he ran away. Cause he's a coward. Can I not go back to the tower?
See.
Wait! I thought we were going to see the lanterns.
Yeah, but there's a little something called lucky emblems. Do you not want me to get my lucky emblem on? There's one here. that I was gonna get, but then they decided to spawn me outside because they hate me. Alright, where is it? There it is.
Let's see.
Alright, now we can go see the lanterns. Or whatever it is the plot of Rapunzel was. Medium to large? I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the guide and trying to run around at the same time. Yeah, I mean, whatever. As long as I get the Max Pro code, I don't care what they call it. Yeah, I also changed the name of the stream
It's like the world goes on
to actually
forever.
identify what the trophy I'm chasing is. The risk taker. It's the name of the trophy.
Look, the flowers are growing on top of the water.
Good times in the Tangled world. This place is pretty. Also, Marluxia pops up here, right? And then he makes you fight the
A whole
new,
other thing.
the new nobodies, the flower ones, because he didn't get any nobodies originally. And they're like, here, we'll give you some Marluxia nobodies for you to fight.
I will.
Yeah! Take this!
Look, we need a tower.
Here we go! Yeah! Go! Down they go! Now's our chance! Go there! It's over!
Easy peasy. I did pretty good grabbing most of the trophies from all the Persona games I've played. Obviously, all the dancing ones are done. Then there's a Persona 5 Royal, which I'm only missing a few, and based off what I read, I'm like, oh, these are super easy to get. And then there's Persona 5 Strikers. The ones I'm missing from there, grindy, just grindy, so it's not that big a deal. It's like, I'll get it eventually. An interesting thing is that unlocking, beating Persona 5 Strikers completely unlocks the Merciless difficulty, the hardest one. Because normally in Persona 5 Strikers, and I think most Persona games, you can alter the difficulty. But if you start a game in Merciless, you have to finish it in Merciless. So you can't like make it any easier. And there's one trophy tied to Merciless difficulty, but it's not for beating Merciless. It's like if you start a new game in Merciless, they give you the trophy. It's basically like a good luck kind of thing, which I think is pretty funny. So it's like one of the easiest trophies to get. I mean, you have to beat the entire game and like unlock everything, which isn't actually that difficult. I did it.
Watch.
And then the other thing is to what is it?
Oh yeah, I thought that might work. But I wish there was a way to make more fly at once.
Oh, for these things?
Sora, scatter the ones
Over
over
where?
there.
Over here? Like this?
Back off!
Okay, I did it in the wrong place. I got it now. But yeah, yeah, it's not that hard, which is nice.
They're
It's just
just like the floating
patience.
lights.
Persona. The weird thing is,
The outside
playing
world
Persona
is
5
even
and
better
Persona
than
4
I
the first
dreamed.
time, I had a blast. But in both instances, I missed
Never
the extra
imagined the
content.
forest would be so big.
Like Persona 4 Golden added new stuff, and Persona 5 Royal added new stuff to the story. Like there's new dungeons and shit. For both games, I missed both all the new stuff. I didn't unlock them,
I want to see what's at the
and
top
I was
of the
like,
hill.
"Oops."
Look at all this water.
And so in order to do it, I have to play through the entire game again and
It's so
complete the
refreshing.
special
You have to come in.
stuff. And I just don't have the patience for that.
My turn.
I'm like, no. So I'm like, I'll take a break.
Over here.
So I took a break from Persona 4 to play Persona 5. Then after I beat Persona 5, I'm like, okay, I'll go back to Persona 4 and finish Persona 4. Right?
My turn.
That makes sense. And then after I finish Persona 4 the
It's
second
chilly,
time, I'll go
but
back to Persona 5.
It's so nice.
Like I had it
Wait.
planned out that way, and then I started playing Persona 4, and I was like, I hate everything about this. It's the most. I had a blast playing Persona 4 the first time. Playing it again, I'm like, I don't want to do this. It's a very strange problem to have.
Try this.
And it's not like I started it right away. No, there was like months after I beat Persona 4 for the first time, and I played Persona 5. I came back to Persona 4, and I'm like, I just don't want to play this. I don't want to do it.
Take this.
I set the game. You can change stats of the game so it's not difficult. Basically, like you can make it so like you take less damage, you do more damage,
Rabbits.
shit like that. So I turned those on to make it a bit more of a more convenient. But like, there's just something about it that I'm not about.
You're not picking
I think
on
people
these
put it the
rabbits.
best way is that Persona 5 has the best gameplay that a Persona game has ever had. So going back to the older ones, it's like, oh, but I like how it was before. I think that's what it is. Like, Persona 5 is just so much fun. Also, something weird that Persona 4 didn't do, but Persona 5 does, which
Don't worry.
super
It's safe
annoys
now.
me, is that in Persona games, it's this really funny meme. I don't know if you've seen it,
Where do you think the rabbits went?
what's the word? It's like a dog or a cat that's sitting on a couch, and then someone throws a bunch of like snacks on top of it.
I think they want us to have this.
In the Persona version of the meme, I think, is that, like the dog or the cat has shadow written on top of it,
Can't believe how
and then all the
wonderful
different
this is.
snacks have different elements and attacks written on it, because that's what you have to do. In order to activate the once more function in the game to get a second attack and stuff, you have to down the enemies, and all the enemies have a weakness. Some are weak to physical attacks, some are weak to specific magic spells. So when you encounter a new enemy, what you do is you just throw everything at it. You're like, you hit them normally, you fire, you ice, and you just go down the list until you find the weakness. So that's what you do with every single encounter. That's what I did when I was first playing Persona 4, because I needed to find what the weaknesses were. So you just throw everything at it. And of course sometimes it doesn't work out, because sometimes they have a nullify, an absorb, or a reflect. So you'll end up hitting yourself, or healing it, in your attempt to find their weakness. It gets a little easier later in the game when you get Rise, because she can detect weaknesses, and she'll tell you right off the bat what one's weak to. Like if you swap to KHIII, who has ice, against an enemy weak to ice, but you don't know it's weak to ice, Rise will be like, oh hey, look, ice weakness, and you're like, cool. The weird thing is, when I started my new game of Persona 4 with clear data, all that is gone. All the research I did on all the enemy weaknesses is all gone. I have to find all the weaknesses again. Like, you start a battle and it's like unknown, and I'm like, are you serious? Persona 5, I restarted the game, all the weaknesses are there. It shows me everything that I've hit every single enemy with, and like I know right away which ones are weak to what. And I'm like, Persona 4, what the fuck? You're making me do it again?
Oh my gosh!
I don't want to do it again. It's a very strange choice that they made. Then again, Persona games also suffer from the really stupid thing that I hate. If the party leader dies, it's game over. So I was fighting a random enemy, one time. Like, I was going back and forth through an area because I was grinding levels. And I've been there for a while, and luckily the game saves every floor, so if you do die, you can reset the floor. But I've been on this one floor for a while, and then this enemy I'm fighting casts Mahamuan, which is a light-based move on my entire party that has a chance of killing instantly, and everybody survives it except for the party leader. He dies, and so the game is like game over, and then I lost all the levels and all the progress I made on that floor, and I had to do it all again.
Worse, we've never seen this kind before.
Yeah, can you imagine that? It's a game with insta-kills as a massive part of it, and if your party leader gets hit with an insta-kill, you game over and have to reset. It's unavoidable. There's some enemies in the game that all they have is insta-kill moves, and that's all they use. Thankfully, unlike Pokemon, it's actually really hard it's easier for you to hit with the insta-kill moves than it is for the enemies, but it's still, there's that chance. And also there's a time that I attacked an enemy with my leader, and they reflect physical, and so they hit him back with a crit and killed him instantly, and then that gamed me over as well. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
I really don't like what that guy said.
Yeah, we better find Rapunzel before he does.
So it's a really strange thing. And also, I don't know if I told you this, but Persona 5 does it too. Like for Persona 4, I can understand it. It's an old game with like dated mechanics. I get it. But Persona 5 was released on PS4, and it still has the whole, oh, your party leader dies, game over thing. And I'm like, no. You shouldn't have that in a modern game. I don't care what the excuse is. There's literally zero reason to have a game releasing in 2019 and still have that stupid mechanic in it. There's no defense of that. Like, if it's an older game, I totally understand. Like, if it's from the 90s or like an old RPG or whatever, sure, that's how it was back then. But jeez, to do it now is absolutely stupid. Yakuza 7 has it too. Oh, really? God dang, that's why. Doesn't make any sense. Especially in party-based games, because every single character has the ability to pick up every single character. You have Phoenix Downs and all the equivalent stuff in Persona, and yet if you die, none of your allies are allowed to pick you up. And I'm like, that's stupid. One way to counter is that there is a spell called Tetraja, I think, which it casts a single insta-kill nullifying barrier on a character. So if you cast that on like Joker, for instance, and he gets hit with an insta-kill, it'll negate it. So you'll be fine for once. But Tetraja, you know, I don't know if it's a later game skill or whatnot, I don't remember. But it's like, you're limited to 8 skill slots, and do you really want to give up a skill slot for a skill that maybe you might need? So it's just like, I don't know, I mean, I think there's some items that do the same thing, so probably better to go that way. But it's still a strange requirement.
Are you sure they went this way?
There are insta-kill moves from certain enemies that always get me. Yeah, that's true. Ichiban has a skill he learns that lets him survive a kill hit, but on a rando encounter. I really don't feel like I should need to use it. Yeah, it's... I don't understand it. It's a weird, strange mechanic.
Rapunzel's okay.
It's like my least favorite thing about the Persona games, and everyone else that I bring it up to comments, yeah, it's stupid. But there's like nothing you can do about it.
I bet she is. She's tough.
Sure hope the woods here aren't haunted. We've got company.
Goofy, you jinxed us. So I restarted my Persona 5 run after I got bored of Persona 4, and I'm like, yeah, this is fun. But like it's a lot. It's a lot. Cause like playing Persona 5, it's a lot of time management, and it sets you up, and as you play it, you learn how to do it. But because I'm skipping everything, since I've already played the game and listened to the story, every time I'm left with free time, I don't know what to do. What's this? Like, can I play as this character now? Do I build this relationship?
Rapunzel,
I don't know.
please be alright.
The important thing is there's a character named Dr. Maruki. He's the one that I need to get a max relationship with. If I do, then I unlock the bonus content. Easy enough. And for Persona 4, it's, what's her name? Marie? I think it's just Marie you need to master a relationship with to get the bonus content. I think it is. I don't think you need to do anything with Adachi. It's just interesting that in both Persona 4 and in Persona 5... Oh, it's lagging. Why is it lagging? I'm looking at my stream. One of my programs just randomly decided, hey, I'm updating. And I'm like, I didn't tell you you could do that. Oh, my OBS froze. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down setting. What? You've been fine this entire time. What do you mean encoding is overloaded? Shut the fuck up. You were good for 3 hours yesterday without complaining. I don't want to hear it today. Very confusing.
Hope we find some ingredients around here.
You don't suppose we might be lost, do you?
How do we get out of here?
Yeah, I don't like this area. It's so dark, I don't know where to go. Also, I don't have a map. I think I missed it.
It's over.
Is this the exit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the computer said that there was a lucky emblem here. Oh, whatever.
They can climb walls?
Sora, that's the exact same thing you were doing. Don't judge them.
So long.
Okay, so I think you fight the next boss when you rejoin with Flynn.
Yeah, it's way more cheerful out here.
Back off. It's over.
I hate these monkeys and their stupid like coconuts that they throw at you and it like never fails to stun you. you guys are there?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, we got everyone. So is it not here? I really don't remember when this next boss starts.
Would you look at this?
It's so pretty.
The
How
wetlands.
about we stop for a second and enjoy the scenery?
The kingdom's not far, but we need to scale these cliffs.
Well,
Okay, I think it's after the cliff scaling nonsense. Okay, it took me a while to remember what the boss
let's
is.
look for a way up.
Yeah.
Sora, this looks like a good place to cross. Come on, let's swing across and look for a path. Come on. Huh?
Are any monsters gonna pop up? Any heartless? Wanna be assholes? Yep. Oh, shadows. That's weird. Persona's been very fun though. I was surprised about they did the funniest like plot twist towards the end of Persona 5 that I was like legitimately caught off guard by. Cause it's the kind of thing where so there's a character there's a thing in all Persona games called the Velvet Room, which is where the protagonist goes at the beginning of the game and meets Igor and his attendants, who guide you through the game, and they help you learn how to manage personas and all that stuff. They're the ones who teach you about the fusion and all that. It's Igor and Elizabeth in 3, Igor, Marie, and what's her name? In 4. I don't remember her name now. Dang, it's gone. That was the first one I played, and then it's Igor, Justine, and Caroline in Persona 5. The weird thing, though, is that I believe someone told me that Igor's voice changes in every game. His voice actor. He has a very, like... How do I describe his voice in Persona 4? It's higher pitched than I thought it would be, looking at his design. He's the character with the giant nose.
This way, Sora.
And like it's a weird voice, but I got used to it by the end of Persona 4. Come Persona 5, his voice is like super freaking deep and like rumbling, and I'm like, this is a very strange voice for you to have. It doesn't fit you at all, because I got so used to his Persona 4 voice. And I'm like, why did they give you this voice of all things? Like, it's a very deep voice. It's very strange. The change from one to the other. Because, like, I thought the Persona 4 one was odd, but after I played the game, I got really used to it. So then when Persona 5 comes along, I'm like, this is kind of what the voice I expected him to have, something kind of like this. But now it just doesn't fit at all, because I'm so used to his Persona 4 voice. And that he's constantly referred to as the master by the other attendants of the Velvet Room. That's what Justine and Caroline call him the entire time. And at the end of the game, as you're finding out that the main villain is the Holy Grail, King Arthur's good old Holy Grail, you have to fight, like, you return to Justine and Caroline, and a whole bunch of plot happens, and they tell you how the evil force kidnapped their master and defeated them and X, Y, and Z. And you're like, he did what to who? So it turns out the reason that Igor's voice was changed in Persona 5 is because that's not Igor for the entire game. That's the Holy Grail. And then when the real Igor reappears, he has this Persona 4 voice. And it's like, oh, you're the real one. So the voice change wasn't an it was intentional. They changed his voice because that wasn't Igor. But like, you wouldn't think that. You thought, oh, they just changed his voice because that happens in video games sometimes. But no, they changed his voice on purpose because the character that you've been talking to the entire time is not Igor. And so, like, that's kind of hilarious. Like, I'm like, what a way to do a plot twist. Because I was like, that, all of a sudden everything makes sense. Like, you'd never think that that would be the intentional thing.
Sora, over here.
I thought that was really funny. And Igor's only around for like, I think, like the December 24th is the end of the game. It's like the final battle against the final boss happens on that day, and he's only around for that day. And then after that, he's like, cool, and then he pieces out. And I'm like, you didn't do anything, Igor. Okay, this is the boss. Stop getting on top of that thing. It's really annoying. Alright, monkeys are down, now we fight the actual thing.
Whoa, what? He transformed! What is it with me and horses? Fire! Blaze! Yes! It's over! Fire!
Make way, coming through!
It can't be.
Fucking asshole. Come on, PS4, chug, 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 load, load, load. You can do it. Okay, well, at least they start me here. So I don't need to fight the stupid monkeys again.
Whoa, what? It transformed!
What is it with me and horses?
Huh. Good question.
Yeah! See ya!
Okay, one last head. Can he still do the spin attack even though he's just one cart now? He can. That's a yes. Oh, there we go. Faster, Gary, faster. Alright. Easy peasy. Wasn't too bad. The chaos carriage, yeah, sure. Alright, so that leaves just the stupid lady, Mother Gothel, when she turns into crazy demon thing. And of course, before that, I have to do all the little activities in the city. I have to do the dance. Remember the dance? Everybody remembers the dance.
Oh, look! I see.
Fucking, I don't care.
Birds.
I need to
This
hurry.
way.
I need to go.
Wait, come back! I must have startled them.
I forget what's the reason that you want to do all these little activities in the city.
Aw.
I mean,
You
in
scared
the town,
them.
not the city.
Oh, there they are!
Like, you get something for it. I just don't remember what it is.
I'll be more careful this time.
The birds flew that way, Sora. Gentle, Sora. Slowly, slowly.
Oh! Please don't fly away.
Uh-huh. These stupid birds. Can I
I've
grab
never
one
seen a
and
bird
like
like you.
smash it and then eat it? Because I'm like really hungry. Okay. I think that's the last of the like bonus little things you can do, right? It's the rabbits, the flowers, playing in the water, and then the birds.
I've never seen so many flowers.
I don't think anything else matters.
Breathtaking.
Shut up, Donald. I'll cook you alive.
This is amazing!
And then the last thing that we need... Oh man, I'm thinking about
This
the
is
freaking
amazing!
boss fight with the thing. I don't remember how it is though. It's been so long since I played this game, I don't remember how the Mother Gothel fight is. I don't think it's that bad. But, you know, watch me be totally wrong. There we go, I got the stuff. Yeah, after I finish the stream, I'll probably just revisit all the worlds again and get all the lucky emblems off stream. Because it requires clicking a lot of back and forth between one window and another window, and I don't want to do that. It's also not that important. It's just equipment. Everybody knows what it does. I know there's a bunch of them in the city. In this...
So crowded.
Where like the majority of these stupid things are here. So I have to go back to Toy Story and finish Toy Story, and then I gotta do all the shit here.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Shut your mouth.
Let's see.
Yay! Is that a plaza up at the end of it?
Alright, cool. It's color-coded. That's how I know.
This is so fun! Keep dancing!
Okay, the sun wheel. This will be fun. Donald had never seen so many caged people in a game before. I mean, yeah, can you blame him? I wonder whose great idea that one scene
Keep dancing!
in that one game was.
This is so fun!
The one where you're in the Olympus Coliseum and you hear the cheering, but there's no one there.
Hey,
That was a funny moment. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Wrong one again.
Keep dancing!
That gauge is almost full. Then we can have a party and go home.
This is so fun!
That's what I mean. Yep, exactly.
you got it!
And this is also something I had to redo a few times for
You got it!
completing something.
Keep
Just getting a high
dancing.
score or some shit.
This is so fun! Keep dancing!
Like, I don't remember what for. Like, they give you rewards. It's weird. One of Donald's fusion spins isn't even... You have to get it through one of these alternate things. I think the snowboarding thing in the Frozen world, which is weird. I think it's the fusion, his electric fusion thing, where you and him spin around and there's like fire, ice, and then electricity around you. Something like that. Weird shit. Sora ain't never seen such bullshit before.
Yeah!
And the all important moment is getting that trophy pop. We all have to remember that's what we're working for. Because if I record this using the PS4 software, it doesn't record pops. It doesn't record trophy pops, which sucks. How's anybody gonna know if it doesn't pop?
It's over. There. It's over.
Go, Sora, go. Kill this man. Kill that man. Rising Spiral and Damage Siphon. Wait, what was that tutorial for? Launching enemies? Yeah, whatever. I missed it. It's probably not something that I'll use much of. Oh no, Bash is here. Hi, Bash. He doesn't want to make any sounds though. I'm trying to get him to meow and he just keeps staring at me like I'm crazy. So what do we do next? Next we gotta go back. We gotta go all the way back to the tower. Or are they gonna take me there? Right, yeah, we split up, so we send this guy ahead and then we have to deal with Asher.
It's over. Here we go. Enough already. Get out of our way.
But the EXP, Donald. The EXP. Which way are we going? That map zooms in way too close. Also, there's like no waypoint. Oh, another one of this guy, huh? Yeah, this time I'm not limited what I can do to you.
Is it just me, or are the Heartless multiplying?
That can't be good. Hurry! Yes! Take this!
We're almost there.
Back off! It's over!
Alright, we're almost there, and then we get through this tunnel, and then we're at the boss, we beat the boss, and then we're done. And we go on to the next world. Very easy. I like the ones with the afros, I always think it's funny. And they're dandelions, I know, but it looks hilarious. Especially when you beat it all off of them. There we go. Oh, another armor slot, that's useful.
The tower.
Shut up, Goofy.
I know! I'm going!
What world's next? Is the next Frozen?
Yeah! Yeah!
I guess I could look at the guide. No. Next is Monstropolis.
Enough already.
And then Frozen. Let's skip everything. Come on. Let's get to the Forgot it was that ugly.
What happened up there? See ya!
Who put you on the planet? I was just thinking about that a few days ago. I don't know why.
Take this! Back off! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Where are you going? trying to run up the tower straight and it's not working. Right? That's a lot of health. This is like what, the third boss? Fourth? Yo, something got me! Something's holding me! Jump, jump! Are you gonna fall from the tower anytime soon?
Back off!
Yes, I felt the clench. Those last few attacks, dodging them, I was like, oh my god, please die.
Don't.
I was like, I'm so gonna screw this up. I'm about to screw it up. Well, I got the points though. That's all that matters. I was like, you gotta, yeah, I noticed that. I knew that the second it hit me. So like, when it was winding up to smash his head on the ground, like, this is gonna get me. Absolutely, because I already used up my mid-air dodge, I'm screwed. But nope. Lucky. They let me have that one. I don't know if it was supposed to stay up top the tower that much. I kept thinking it was gonna fall at some point. At least having the bosses last longer, get to enjoy the music and get to see what else they can do, even if it isn't all that much. Lets me get familiar with their movements. The Grand Chef Keyblade is helping, like getting the little bit of life back.
Hey, a new zone! You guys should check it out!
Yeah, Monstropolis recommended level is 24. L to K. What does that mean? Is it going up the alphabet? J, K, L. Was I M before? I was M, then I went to L, and I went to K. Is it going up the alphabet? Is that what it is? That's stupid. Medium, large, large. Hey, check it out. Look how close to the bottom of the list we're getting. Not at all close. And for Monstropolis, the only boss in Monstropolis is the Lump of Horror at the end, which is worth another 10,000. Arendelle has 2, Caribbean has 2, San Francisco has 2. The Keyblade Graveyard has 3. Scala ad Kailum has 2. Remind has 1. And then the Limit Cut episode has 13. And the Secret episode has 1. Alright, not bad. Alright, we're at 2 hours. I think I can go for another hour, make it another 3-hour stream. I placed a marker, right? I did. There it is. Ow. I knew that was gonna happen. And this was the most annoying thing, was trying to find all the blueprints here. Because like you had to look for specifically purple purple stones to destroy. And like, as you can see, the area is pretty massive, so I was just flying around like crazy. I was actually getting really sick and tired of it. Constellations are also a little annoying to find, but not as much as the freaking blueprints. It's one of the kind of things where it's like, it's easy if you do it all at once, like if you start with a guide, because otherwise it's like, well, which ones did I find already and which ones haven't I found?
World ho! Is something there?
I was like, oh yay, no boss. Boss. At least it doesn't have 8 bars of HP like that other guy did. He reminds me of the Buzzsaw fish from Final Fantasy VII. I had to fight in Hojo's lab at the end of the remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake was really fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. I don't think I'll ever platinum it though, because ooh, the last trophies that I'm missing, most of them aren't too bad, but there's a few of them that I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Because there's like one that's like, oh, scan all the enemies in the game, and I'm like, oh, that's easy. I missed a few, but all I have to do is find them, right? I could look at a guide. The 3 enemies that I haven't scanned are all frickin' unique to specific boss fights. 2 of them are super bosses, so I'm just like, alright, fuck this. And there's super bosses you can only fight on hard mode. And when you play 7 on hard mode, there is no way to heal. Like, the benches, I think, that are around only heal HP. You can't use items at all. In battle, out of battle, you're not allowed to use items. So the only way to heal MP is you have to find really roundabout ways to do it. Like, some characters have a thing where if the damage they inflict or the damage they get hit with... Oh, I didn't get hit at all. Nice. Wait, no, I did. Yeah, because it doesn't give me a bonus. Whatever. I don't care. But like, it's just nonsense. Like the hard mode. I'm like, are you kidding me with this? I do want to try like a bit more, because if you beat all the chapters on hard mode, that's a trophy, and I'm like, ugh. I also found out recently that the enemies in Final Fantasy VII Remake scale with you. So it's not like going through the first few chapters on hard mode is easy, because the enemies scale with you. So they all get strong, equal to your strength. And the max level of the game is, I think, 50. I think. I have a few characters in the 40s. I think actually everyone's in the 40s, because you only have 4 party members. Somewhere in the 40s, I forget where. So that's a trophy, though. Raising a character to level 50 is a trophy. That's an easy one to get. Yeah, it's brutal. Like, in any other mode, it's easy, but in hard mode, because they turn off items, they turn off... Basically, in hard mode, there is no way to heal MP. Like, you can't just hit a button and heal MP. You gotta find a roundabout way to get your MP back. Which then means, well, then how do you heal health? There is a, what is it? There's a few materia that can heal your HP that don't require MP. Like, I think Prey and Chakra. Prey heals the whole party based on a certain percentage, and then Chakra heals, I think, yourself. It's that or the other way around. Chakra heals you depending on how much damage you took prior to using it. It's something like that. And then Prey heals the party. I think that's what it is. So it's like, just use those, basically. And they do help. When I was doing Chapter 1 on hard, I was like, oh yeah, makes it very easy to conserve MP, since you don't have to waste it on curing all the time. But like, I think about the final friggin'
back in her own room.
levels of the final levels of the game and the final bosses. I'm like, yeah, I needed to heal so much, and even then I still gamed over. Yeah, Bahamut is ridiculous. I don't even have Bahamut yet, because he uses Mega Flare, and Mega Flare like insta kills you unless you like go through the effort of you have to fight Bahamut. Everyone needs to be at max HP and everyone needs to have max health. Otherwise, it will kill you. It does so much damage. And there are plenty of HP and MP increasing materias, but those materia take a lot of time to master, which is where hard mode comes in. In hard mode, you get 2 times the EXP and 3 times the AP. So mastering materias is super easy in hard mode. And leveling to 50 is super easy in hard mode. So that's what I'm doing. I equip all my party members with as many HP and MP pluses as I can, so that they can level up faster. Because I really need those things for the Bahamut fight. And then there is a special battle that you have to do to get the scan. Because obviously you can scan Bahamut, Shiva, Leviathan, and Fat Chocobo because you fight them all. The only summon you don't fight is Ifrit, so you don't have to scan them. In hard mode, the hardest challenge, the hardest tournament you have to face is with your team against all the summons. You gotta fight Shiva, you gotta fight Leviathan, then you gotta fight Fat Chocobo, and you gotta fight Bahamut. And I'm just like, are you serious?
Let's see.
Like, one after the other on hard mode, and you can't cure?
Let's see. Got it.
And then I realized at reading about it that halfway through the Bahamut fight, when you get him down to half health, he summons Ifrit. And so now you gotta fight Bahamut and Ifrit at the same time, and that's your opportunity to scan Ifrit. And that's not even the last fight. There's a bonus fight after you defeat Ifrit and Bahamut against the Pride and Joy, which is a machine created by Shinra. And you beat that thing, and then you get the trophy. From what I've read, the Pride and Joy thing is actually like the easiest one. So I guess it's like if you get through it, you should be golden. But like at the same time, I'm just like, getting there sounds like a pain in the ass. From what I understand, I didn't look it up what it looks like, but from what I understand, the Pride and Joy prototype looks similar to the machine that you fight Scarlet and Heidegger in at the end of Final Fantasy VII, when you're going back to Midgar for to get on top of the Sister Ray and fight Hojo. I think the final battle against Scarlet and Heidegger, they're in this giant robot machine that I remember. And that machine, the Pride and Joy, looks like it, supposedly. Yeah, so the super bosses is the Pride and Joy thing, and the Malboro. There's a secret fight against a Malboro in the game. That's another enemy that I didn't scan because I didn't know it existed. Final 7's fun. It was a lot of fun playing through it. Not similar to Persona, but in a way it does suffer from less fun factor on replays. Because Final Fantasy 7 Remake is very story driven. There is a lot of conversations and a lot of talking that the characters have with each other, which is kind of cool when you're playing the game the first time because it's all really interesting. But a grand majority of that content, of the interaction, is unskippable. So when you're replaying the game, there's moments where you just have to sit through entire conversations with the cast because there's no way to skip it. And so those famous walk and talk portions that people got really pissed off about. Like, it didn't annoy me on my first playthrough at all, because I enjoyed the conversations that they were having. But on revisiting levels in order to find equipment and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, this game is very, very story driven. It's not neatly divided into chunks. Like right now for Kingdom Hearts, how many cutscenes have we watched? None, because I'm able to skip through them all. There's nothing in the game that it will stop you from skipping. But for Final Fantasy VII, you can't. Like, there are cutscenes you can skip, yes, but then there are moments like at the start of Chapter 2, after you blow up the first reactor, you're with Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, and Barrett underground, escaping the reactor. And there's this part where you're just walking through these hallways, the characters are talking about the explosion, and every so often all the characters stop moving because like the ground's shaking and it's like everything's falling apart. And they're commenting about it, and it's pretty tense and all that. The thing is that whole moment of you going through the underground is unskippable. So on replays, you have to walk slowly through that corridor, listen to Wedge, Biggs, Jesse, and Barrett talk, experience the atmosphere, and just general, it takes forever. Like, it feels really long because you can't skip it because it's gameplay. It's technically not a cutscene. And the game is full of stuff like that.
It's over! My shield's ready!
And people, I guess, the defense would be like, well, it doesn't last that long, and you're right, but also you're playing through the entire game, right? And there's a lot of moments in the entire game like that that you can't skip. So, yeah. It's the unfortunate thing from having the game be so story-based. I remember Final Fantasy 13, the little bit that I saw of it, I actually thought it was pretty cool how instead of the characters stopping to have conversations like in text boxes and all that stuff at each other, as you're wandering the world map in 13, the characters will randomly start talking to each other and about like what they're going through or introducing themselves, because it was really early in the game when I was watching it, and talking to each other and giving each other like, this is who I am and XYZ. And I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. That it's actually fully voice-acted character interactions as opposed to text boxes. So, obviously that in Final Fantasy VII, I like it there too. Of course, I don't know if 13 had any... I mean, 13 had plenty of issues according to people. I never played 13, so I don't know. But, you know. It's an interesting problem to have. It's not like it breaks the game and makes the game terrible, but it definitely tests your patience if you're trying to replay it for trophies. Or only for specific moments. It's also weird because of the way that the game is structured. Chapter select, jumping around chapters and stuff is very strange too. Like, it's some very confusing stuff. Because, like, the status of Midgar, you leave it in certain chapters affect future chapters. Like, however many side quests you do in this chapter will affect what outcomes happen in this chapter. But from what I understand, when you finish a chapter, that chapter is saved and locked in that state, no matter what chapters you jump to. So if you jump back to the result chapter, the result will be the same because the effect chapter that you did earlier is still saved as the way that it was saved. Like, oh, you did all the side quests in here? Then the game's going to treat it like those side quests are all done. If you return to that chapter, though, that's what overwrites the status of the chapter. So if you return to the chapter and then beat it without finishing all the side quests, then you return to the result chapter. The events of the result chapter will change because you didn't do all the side quests in the previous chapter. And that's what you have to do in order to unlock some of the alternate dialogue and cutscenes in the game, is return to earlier chapters and either do only some or none of the quests. I probably made it sound more confusing than it is, but the easiest way to understand it is that, the dresses. Aerith's dress changes depending on how many quests you do in the game in her chapter, which I think is chapter 6, Budding Bodyguard, where you're hanging out with Aerith. If you do all the chapters in Sector 6, when you get to Madam M and you ask her to make a dress for Aerith, she'll be like, oh, you're a really good deed doer, so I'll do my best, and she'll give you the best Aerith outfit. If you fast forward to, if you chapter select to 9, then you come back to 7, Madam M will still be like, oh, you did all the quests, so I'm going to give you the best treatment. If you go back to chapter 6, though, and you speedrun chapter 6, and you don't do any quests, then you go back to chapter 7, then she'll be like, oh, whatever, and give you the worst Aerith outfit, which is not a bad looking outfit, it's just the lowest ranked one. And so on. And you have to do that. You have to go to chapter 6 3 times and do different amounts of quests to get Aerith's different outfits, because there's a trophy tied to the outfits. There's a trophy you only get if you unlock all 9 outfits. 3 for Aerith, 3 for Tifa, 3 for Cloud. For some reason, I have 2 of Cloud's. I replayed the chapter that you get Aerith's outfit and Cloud's outfit. And they gave me a different Cloud one. I don't know why. I don't know what the requirements are for the Cloud ones. For Aerith, the requirement for Aerith is chapter 6. Yeah. For chapter 6, it's like if you do all the quests, you get one. If you do none, you get one. If you do half, you get one. For Tifa, it's back in chapter 2. She asks you what outfit you think she should wear, and you just have to choose each dialogue option. And then by the time you get to chapter 7, she'll have a different outfit depending on. And for Cloud, I don't know. I don't know what Cloud is that changes the outfit. But yeah, it is a lot of backtracking. And obviously, in some ways, it's not a bad issue because, like, you save the worst outcome for last, because then you could just skip all the quests, and it makes it a lot quicker to get through the chapter. The issue then becomes you have to sit through all the talking sections that you can't skip. Because there's plenty that you can skip, and then there's plenty that you can't. All I know is Final Fantasy VII Remake's placement on the Final Fantasy VII timeline is the weirdest thing in the world. I don't know what Nomura and Kitase and Nojima are planning with the story of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but given how it ended and everything else that they're doing, it's like very strange. And the Yuffie episode that they're adding for the PS5 version is also adding in Deep Ground and Weiss, the Immaculate, the villains from Dirge of Cerberus. So if that doesn't tell you that they're doing something weird with a Final Fantasy VII game, then they're doing something weird with a Final Fantasy VII game. Did you hear about that? Because that's what they're doing. Deep Ground and Weiss, the villains from Dirge of Cerberus, are in Final Fantasy VII Remake for Yuffie. And some people are very excited. If you like Dirge of Cerberus, you're excited. If you hated it, you're nervous.
If you find a contraption controlling
I didn't play Dirge of Cerberus. I watched Amanda play it a little bit.
Maybe we
but
here to avoid the lasers.
But like I remember very little about it. But yeah, they had a whole trailer for Yuffie's section of Final Fantasy VII Remake, the new port. And at the end of it, some guys in what I think Max describes as Tron-based armor, because it has like the lights along it and all that stuff, they appear, and he said that those guys are dressed like the Deep Ground guys from Dirge of Cerberus. And then, of course, it ends with showing Weiss, who was, I believe, the final boss fight of Dirge of Cerberus.
Coast is clear. Go!
The naked guy with the 2 gun swords. Very interesting. I'm also really interested in the mobile games that they're releasing. They're releasing a mobile game called Ever Crisis, which is like a little miniature version of the entire Final Fantasy VII compilation. So the way that they advertise is that you will be able to play through all the Final Fantasy VII titles in a very simplified way, but it's still similar to the game. So Ever Crisis includes 7, Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core, and I think Before Crisis is on there too. I'm not sure 100%. The Turks game? I don't think the Turks game is on there. I think the other ones are though. I'll have to check it again. It's interesting though, because it's going to include a playable version of Advent Children. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what that'll be like.
Let's see.
I watched Advent Children twice. Once when it originally came out in English, and then the complete version in Japanese a while ago. I have zero idea what the movie was about. Like, I remember very little about it. They announced that they're doing like a 4K re-release of it, so if people want to watch it again, I kind of want to watch it again just to see what it was like.
Sora, look.
The complete version is better, everyone says, and I did enjoy it a lot. but I also don't remember the original version enough to be like, yeah, the complete version was way better. So, cue card fights. Yeah, the trailer for Ever Crisis showed like actual turn-based battles, like the original Final Fantasy VII. So that has people excited. Whether that's how all of it will play, we don't know, because they only just announced it, and it's like a really big project that they're going to be working on for probably years.
Come back! You can't run off, kid!
Oh, why am I watching this?
Back off!
No, Final Fantasy 7 Remake is all. Why were Sully and Mike? Oh, they needed to make Boo laugh, so they went into a thing and got splashed with a bunch of paint. Because they needed to open the door.
Try this!
Also, what's up with them in this game and not letting you fight any Disney bosses? There's like, the only Disney boss in this entire game is Davy Jones.
I gotta say, revenge is sweet.
Like, you don't fight Randall in any capacity, you fight the weird lump of horror thing. You don't actually fight Mother Gothel, you fight some weird monster creature.
Yeah!
What's his name from Frozen isn't even in the game. He appears in one scene, he doesn't say anything, he falls over and then Skull is born. It's a very strange thing.
I gotta say,
Hi Randall.
revenge is sweet.
I could have sworn there was like a lucky emblem somewhere around here. Oh, there it is.
Let's see. Yeah.
Which way do I go now?
Look who's starting to swim.
Did I come from here or do I go this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Cutscene's playing, that means I'm going the right way.
Start
See ya.
Careful. The fence is electrified. Don't get zapped.
Take this! There! It's over!
Don't mess with me, Randall.
Pretty sure the control panel for this place is upstairs.
You just ever wonder what microwave popcorn feels like?
You beat the fat cat in Othello.
I decided to ramp things up a little.
There's a fat cat.
Real bummer.
It's nice. I don't even know how to play Othello. Yeah, in the academy. I know who to blame for this now.
Alright, I'll give you that. But no more freaks.
I was about to say, like, why is it this world is like the only one with nobodies in it? And then I remembered because this is Vanitas, this world where you run into him.
Here we go.
Oh no, these aren't nobodies. These are the unversed. Right, yeah, I just saw the information pop up on top that says defeat the unversed. I'm like, oh shit. That's what I meant. Yeah, this is the only world with unversed in it. They have like, they introduced so many unversed in fucking, what's the game called? Birth by? Yeah, Birth by. And then for this game they have like 3. What was the explanation for why the unversed exist again? Like, what are they? Is it something nonsensical?
Think we need to thin out their ranks a bit more.
You okay?
Negativity or something. I don't know why I want to end this section. It's like endless grinding. Isn't that awesome? I did think it was cool how at the end of Birth by, when you go into the realm of darkness and you run into the shadows, into Heartless for the first time as Aqua, they're like super freaking strong. Like the Neo shadows, the Dark Balls, all that stuff, they're like, they do so much damage. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. For like the first time that they're actually featured in the Kingdom Hearts timeline, it's like pretty brutal how strong they are. I think that last boss that you had to fight at the end of the boss was a secret episode. Like, that thing is freaking... That thing was no joke.
It's over.
Of course, whenever I think about Birth by, I always remember how hard it was. And that's only because I played the entire game in Proud mode. Because I'm like, hey, I'm a Kingdom Hearts master, I can do it. Oh, I regretted that every single time. And yet I kept doing it. And then I tried to like live up to the hype and be like, cool, I can do this in forever now. So when I started Dream Drop after, I went Proud for that one and like immediately was like, this is not fun, so I stopped. I mentioned this before, Dream Drop has the worst opening to any Kingdom Hearts game ever. Because it's like Hunchback or Notre Dame, I'm like, I fucking don't like it. and I think the Pinocchio world are both like super early on in that game, and I'm just like, it's boring. I like the Tron world, that was fun, but then it's like sandwiched between two things that just make me want to go to sleep. Like I don't, I mean, I'm not a fan of Notre Dame, so it's like boring to me. And then Pinocchio, same thing, so I'm just like, why do I have to do this? But you know, I mean, fucking, what's the space is there? Oh, that's good. It's really good. What the heck is MP Walker? Recover MP as you walk or run. Donald, I got something for you. Yeah, people really like the Hunchback. It's like, I'm
Well,
like,
I bet you there's a lucky M here.
Is there? Goofy? Is there? Piece of shit. Would that help you in the boss? Well, I mean, the other equipment I have gives me more defenses. So it's like, I don't really want to replace it. If I get another equipment slot, though, I'll try it out, see what it does, see if it's handy. I do spend most of my time in the air, but like, maybe I can run away from bosses just to recover MP. I can't use Cure, but the Grand Chef Keyblade is helping a little bit. Like the HP that it heals me, so because the HP that it heals is equivalent to the MP that you spend, and since right now all I have is the really small, weak spells, it's not like I get a whole ton of HP back. But as the game goes and I get stronger spells that require more MP, maybe I'll heal better with it.
Keep moving.
I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on. I forgot I'm still in Monsters Inc. world.
We're gonna need water to put the fire out.
It's over! We have spotted additional unidentified life forms. Try this! Here we go!
I got water. See, why are you guys going crazy trying to get me to put out the fire? We put it out normally with water, like firefighters. Like, shut up. Yeah, I think I'm almost to the boss.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around
Goofy, you shut your damn hole.
Requesting backup. We need help containing the fire.
unidentified life form spotted.
Admittedly, it is pretty odd that they would make this trophy like this, but then give you no way to, like, refight bosses. You think that they would put that in, like, as part of the premium menu, like, just choose a boss, turn on codes, and fight it. So you don't have to play through a game to do it. Of course, if you're playing a normal file, a pro file, or an easy file, when you defeat Yozora at the end of the Remind DLC, they give you the ability to use all the codes, regardless of what file you're on. And so the point is that after you beat Yozora, you can use the pro codes, turn them all on, and then you have to fight the organization. Because at that point in the game, the only bosses you can fight are the final boss, the Remind bosses, and then the data bosses. And all together, that should give you points for the trophy. But obviously, there's no wiggle room there, so you need to fight everybody with all the codes on, including Yozora. But since I'm starting a new game, it's like I don't have to do that. I'll be able to get enough points to avoid that nonsense. But that was one way that I guess they thought it wouldn't be bad of a deal to introduce a trophy like that. But it does sound pretty brutal. Because at that point, you have a very limited amount of bosses. Because obviously you can always refight Xehanort, Master Xehanort at the end of the game. And I think Armored Xehanort too. When you go to Scala and KHIII. But the Armored Xehanort in the Remind is the only one that counts. I guess Dark Inferno too. You can fight Dark Inferno since that's part of the portal. But just thinking about, I'm thinking about the Luxord fight, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Luxord was not fun to fight. He drove me insane.
The door vault is this way.
We can drop down from here. Take this. Nice.
Let me finish my game in super duper challenge mode. Pretty much. Yeah, because like in my other file, the file that I beat Yozora in, I have access to the codes now.
Brain might come in handy if we need to get back
And that
up.
game I started before, obviously, the codes were introduced, because they were introduced as part of the DLC. But I can use them, so I can, if I want to, I can fight Yozora with all the easy codes on, and he can't do shit about it. Because like there's like the opposite of the pro codes. There's a code that has your recover HP all the time and MP all the time. So like, oh, I tested it out. I used it in my fight, and I tried to fight Zigbar, and like he could not kill me. It didn't matter how many of his hits I walked into. My HP was healing way too fast. It was hilarious. It is weird that they waited until Kingdom Hearts 3 to introduce status effects, isn't it? Now I can summon frickin' Simba. I won't do it. Yeah, summons in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Like, when I played Kingdom Hearts 2, which I Let's Play, I didn't use them at all because I didn't know how to use them. But, like, on my replay, I was like, hey, these are actually pretty useful. For this game, I really have no desire to use any of the links. Like, I don't see the point, like, how beneficial they are. Why do you hate Sora's little monster face? Is it the smug aura? Is it mocking you? I think Goofy's fucking disgusting monster face. Donald only has one eye. I think we all have issues here. Ultimate form is awesome. Yeah, Goofy's looking like freaking Gary. That's a good point. And look at my monster face, it's all white now. Do I have like an EXP bonus or something on? Everyone's leveling up like it's their job.
The door vault's right through there.
There! It's over!
What's this black joke?
Gosh, it looks like some kind of trail.
Oh, I actually very much dislike this boss. Oh, this is the next stop on our journey to a little trophy that's running around my brain. I doubt anyone cares about trophies as much as I do. Or cares about achievements as much as Ray freaking does.
We should work together and find Boo's door.
It gives you more HP and MP than the other one.
Put this in the mail.
I wonder what it's good for.
I have all 13 codes on, right?
Don't forget to mail that off.
Alright, here we go. Boss fight. Off to a great start. Hate this thing so much. Gosh, I hate this boss so much. Alright, well, okay, let's... Yeah. Alright, turn 2 off. So now I can cure, and I got my form changes back. Just at least to get through this bullshit. Keep coming back, you can't stop me. me back.
Back off!
Alright, 7,750 instead of 10,000. I mean, whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, I did get healed a few times by Donald, so if I didn't have that, I probably would have died. Like, I didn't have to cure myself, but Donald cured me twice, I think. Yeah, it probably could have been, but like, I was just like, I wanted to pick the easiest way to victory. Well, I think if I actually wanted the easiest way to victory, I probably could have just turned off default stats and boost my strength up to whatever it's supposed to be. Put me on level. Maybe. Regardless, that got it done, so I'll take it. I think it says, what's it say here? Yeah, it says for him, the guide was able to get all the points. By the time he got to the organization fights, he beat most of the organization members. Only by turning off items and default status. That's what it says here. For the data fights, I turned off battle items and default status. Except for Luxord, where I had everything on. By doing that, and having defeated everything in the main game and Remind with all codes, I only had to defeat 10 members. Okay.
Sora, I think you're ready for a
If you don't mind fighting more organization members, turn off default status, 0 defense, no links, battle items, and buy high potions. What's this mean? Turn off so that it's not on. Okay. Alright, I see. Yes. Yeah, so far all the the mid bosses have been 5,000 and the final bosses have been 10,000. That maintains for the rest of the game. Only changing at the end of the game. The Dark Inferno bonus fight is 20,000 points. If you do it with all codes on. Which I can totally understand why it's like that. Everything else is 10,000. So everything is 10,000. A few fights are 5,000. The Dark Inferno is the only base game that's 20,000. And then the DLC, all of the organization fights are 25,000, and Yozora is 30,000. Yes, the codes, depending on how many stars they have attached, are worth more. So the 5-star code gives you more points if it's on compared to a 2-star code like no links. So I turned off a 4 and a 5-star code, and it took out 2,250 points out of the 10,000 I could have gotten from the Lump of Horror. But I don't care because that boss sucked. Yeah, so then after that is Arendelle, has 2 bosses. The Caribbean has 2 bosses. San Francisco has 2 bosses. Keyblade Graveyard has 3. Scarlet Calum has 2. Remine has 1. Limit Cut 4. Limit Cut 4. Limit Cut 4. Limit Cut 1. Secret Episode 1. That was nonsense. How do I save? Oh. Well, with any luck, that'll hopefully be the only story boss that I need to go easy on. But we'll see what happens in the future, I guess. Because I got plenty to go. And I'll be more worried by the end, like the triple fight against Xemnas, Ansem, and Young Xehanort might be an issue, because I have to have the codes on for that one. Or all the organization fights prior to that, I don't need any codes, so I can just slam through them, no problem. But the triple Xehanort fight might be an issue. To say nothing of the armored Xehanort fight. Or the Master Xehanort fight. The Dark Inferno might be bullshit too, honestly. Not looking forward to the Dark Inferno. I beat that thing in like 2 tries, but once again I had everything available to me. I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, that'll be it. I spent way too much time on that stupid lump of horror. It makes you think so different now. Yeah, basically. And this is on standard difficulty still, but like, I mean, beginner, but if you're at level 1 stats, it's not going to help much, regardless of how hard the boss is supposed to be. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, anyway, so thanks for watching. We'll continue with Arendelle next, I guess. I'm gonna go hop back and find the rest of the lucky emblems to see if there's any more valuable gear that I can get that might help a bit. Food too. So, yay. I got a few. I think I got as much done today as I did tomorrow, so that's good. Just looking at what everything that's ahead has me like, oh, bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh wait, shit. Up too late. I was gonna tell myself to dupe a save so that maybe I could try the lump of horror a few more times. Too late now. Never mind. Okay, till next time. Hasta.